Hi everyone, this is Shauna from Shauna.plans on Instagram and here on YouTube. Today I'm going to make two spreads using one sticker kit. This sticker kit is Spring in Bloom from AGD Designs. I actually bought the kit, gosh, I don't know, ages ago, and I don't think I've used it yet, so I thought it would be a good one to pull out for today's video. There are a ton of stickers in this kit, and some of them, like, they're so tiny here, you can't really see, but like there's little journals, the photos, the paper clips that look like they're already on the page. I love these stickers with the pattern backgrounds. Tons of functionals, and they all come when you download the GoodNotes file and import it. It all comes in this linked sticker book. The top view candles are really pretty. Just do a quick scroll through here. Tons of icons. There's so much good stuff in this kit. I often use the AGD Designs kits for my weekly planners because they've got tons of functional stuff. My weekly planners, my work weekly. I was just noticing this one when I was going through it, these little calendars, which would be really good for setting up a monthly spread. I might do that for March, this coming up here next weekend. Is that it? We made it to the end. So like you can see, there's tons of stickers. This kit has some really great colors in it. So I think it'll be fun to kind of put together two different spreads with it. Now we're going to be using my Jewel Tone monthly Kiss planner. For the daily, my random background here is yellow, and for the weekly it's green. So I'm going to want to cover up the yellow background because it doesn't match the stickers I'm using, but I think the green background for the weekly is going to look really great with the stickers. So let's get started with this one. Last week I did a spread that I just loved. I don't know if you saw it. It was the same designer, AGD Designs, and it was this royal blue and turquoise and yellow and green peacock kit. It was a mini kit, so it didn't come with quite as many stickers, but it still had a lot of the main ones. And I made a really cute spread where I put, like, I took one of these stickers and I did it on half the page, and then I left the other half of the page blank, and it matched and it looked really cool. Anywho, it was fun. We might do something like that for the weekly page. But I think I'm going to take this background and it's going to be my wallpaper here. I'm just going to enlarge it so it covers the whole background. And now, because there's nowhere to tap to deselect the sticker, I'm just going to pick a different tool and it'll automatically deselect on its own. So this image does go a little bit pixely when I expand it that much. I'm just going to do a long press. I'm just going to drag it. I'm going to shrink it down a little bit more. Let's see. Wonder if any of the other ones, these stickers aren't meant to be enlarged to cover your whole page, but some of them work a little better than others. Is that one gonna get pixely too? I think we're gonna stick with this one. I think once we put enough stuff on it, it won't even be noticeable. I just want to make it as small as I can. Okay. Now, typically what I do is I don't want to work with this, even though this is my first layer, I don't want to work with it there because I can't lasso and drag things around. So I'm just going to select it and drag it to the side so it's my bottom layer, it's still there, and when we're done we can just drag it back. So there's lots of great clipboards and notepads in this kit. I could use the links, I suppose. That would probably be faster, but I think I'm almost there now. think I'm gonna use this one. I was looking at it earlier. It's got a nice dark kind of cover poking through. So I think that'll contrast really nicely against the background that I chose. And I'm gonna rotate it this way, like we're using the notepad sideways. It's got some really nice effects on the ring bindings. I think that'll be a good one to work with. So today is Sunday, February 21st. If I turn off the tools, I can use these. It says accessory, boxes, decorations, functionals, lists, sticky notes, trackers, and work. Or not work, washi. Anyway, I want functional. So we'll hop over to the functional page. I'm just looking at the different stickers that it has. I think I like this one. There's 3 different choices, so I'm gonna grab my lasso tool. There's 4 different Monday, 4 different options for the day of the week. I think I like this one. And now I need a number. So we have little flags, we have squares. Is that it? Just 2. I don't want flags or squares. So I think what I'm gonna do, I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna grab this green circle here. And I'm gonna put it on top of the white circle. And today is the 21st. I'm gonna make that as big as I can without anything. There we go. I didn't want the angular sticker numbers, but by using the circle of the same color, I get a round number effect, which is what I wanted. Yay! Okay, so that's good. So for daily, I always put my daily checklist in. Oh, that's Dropbox, not Procreate. So my checklist is here. What do we got for weather? It's raining. What a surprise. I've already got the raining weather selected, so I'm going to drag, share, PNG, and copy. We'll go back to GoodNotes, and I'll paste down my little tracker here. I'm going to use one of those paper clips and make it look like I've kind of paper clipped it to the corner of this notepad. So now I need a to-do list and my wins and gratitude boxes. So one of these tabs said boxes. Let's go to that. Let's see what we've got. Gosh, there's so many here and they're so pretty. Like these kits are so full of stickers. Like look at all the choices. I don't even know where to start. These ones are pretty. So if I do my to-do list, wins and gratitude, I think that'll work. I want these. I'm going to take these 2. I want the 2 patterned ones, so let's just turn my lasso on. I want these 2 here. I'm probably going to get all 4 of them, but we can delete them. So I'm just going to size them all to the size that I want, and then I'll delete and move around. There we go. And I need a to-do list. Gosh, there's so many to choose from. I think I want one of the ones that have like a tick box. Let's go with the red one, or pink rose. I don't know what color you call that. There. Now let's hop over to the washi page and see what we've got to work with here. I like the narrow ones, but I don't want that red color. So I think I'm going to take this one. And I'm just going to do a rectangle crop and make it narrow. There we go. So I'm doing a long press, edit, and then a tap, and I'm going to say crop. This time I'm going to crop the top half of it. It looks like I taped my little to-do list onto the page. Do we have words? What have we got here? So to do. I'm just going to make this cover up that top section here. What else have we got? I'm going to take this red arrow box I'm going to need 2 of them, and I want them sized the same. So now that I've changed the size, I'm going to move it to a blank spot. Lasso, copy, paste. And this will just sort of be my little title box. So I want a font that looks similar to this one. There's too many fonts. I love fonts, I collect fonts, and then I have way more than I need, and I can never find anything. And speaking of that, I downloaded like, I don't know, 6 more today of really cute typewriter ones. If you've watched my videos, you've probably seen me use Doodly Ruby kits before. Well, if you follow her Facebook page, she shared a link to a whole bunch of, yeah, I don't like that one. I'm just gonna go with Aloha. She shared a link to a whole bunch of typewriter style, vintage typewriter style fonts today. So that's Doodly Ruby's Facebook page, not group. She doesn't have a group, but she has a page. So you should go and like that because she shares some really great stuff. And today she shared a link to a whole bunch of really awesome free typewriter fonts. So if you're like me and you love fonts, you should go hunt that down. All right, so this is not like this, but it's close. It's a bold kind of cursive. So I'm going to resize them together so that they're both the same size. Gratitude's the biggest word, so I'm going to make sure it fits in the box. Oops. Let's turn images off so when I lasso, it only grabs the words. So we have wins, we have gratitude, to do, and checklist. So now I need a paper clip. I know we talked about them. I think they were near the beginning. Here we go. I'm gonna do this green one, but I need to turn my lasso tool back on. We'll just make that look like it's paper clipped on. And then we'll scroll back to the flowers. This is the fun part of the kit. I just love these flowers and all these little things. Plant smiles, grow laughter, and harvest love. Sunshine is the best medicine. Bloom baby bloom. I want bloom baby bloom. Is there somewhere I can fit it though? We might have to use that one for the weekly. No, I want it here. We'll put it as our last to-do list item. I gotta use it. So I'm just gonna fill in the white space. I love these flowers, they're so cute. And I like to overlap just a little bit so that it doesn't get in the way of the workspace, but it still gives things that layered look. Yeah, I don't think I have room for that one. I don't want to go too crazy. Okay, so now I'm going to pull, actually first, let's make sure I have all my lasso toggles turned on. I'm going to select the whole thing, resize, and put just a little tilt on it. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my background and drag it into place. So we have the background and the notepad. It's a little bit busy, maybe a bit more than I like. Definitely it was good that we chose a notepad that has kind of a darker cover behind it so that it makes it stand out a little bit. But even still, I'm not loving it. I think it's too bright, it's too light colored, so I'm gonna actually kill that background and find something else. So we did this one, which was very white. So we could go with the dark stripes. Stripes are good because they won't go pixely because it's this, or as pixely because it's a straight line. But now I'm worried that this notepad we chose isn't going to look very good on it. Where were the notebooks? I think they were near the end here. This blue one might end up being better. All right, we're going to do some fancy layering here. So I want to change my notebook to the blue one. So I'm going to paste the blue one that I just grabbed here. I'm going to delete the red one. And now I'm going to grab all of this that we've already designed do a cut, and I'm going to paste it down on the blue one. Now I already angled it, so I've got to line it back up straight, and it doesn't do that kind of lock into position effect when you've grabbed multiple stickers, so it's a little bit harder. It would have been better if I did this before I angled the planner, but that's okay, we can make it work. There we go. So let's go back to this page, and I'm going to pull the striped background over. So I know everybody complains about the layering in GoodNotes, but if you're willing to kind of embrace GoodNotes, it's not that hard to work with the layers. There we go, and I think I'm not loving this green paper clip. Oh my gosh, okay, here we go. I'm thinking actually one of these ones would be cute. I think the blue one will contrast well with the striped background. So let's put that there. Now let's grab some desk things. We've got the top view candles, and then we've got the side view candles and coffee cups. I think I'm gonna grab a coffee cup. And just kind of put that on the corner of the page. Now, there's one of the nice things about Amy's kits, that she always does the markers, the brush pens, or whatever you want to call them. She calls them a brush pen, and styluses that match all the different things in the kit. So I've got the red and pink background. I don't want to use red and pink pens because they're going to get lost on the background. But I think that adding some of these pens to the spread is going to kind of add a nice contrast color with the black. It ties in my checklist, it ties in the lid that we just did for the coffee cup. So I've pasted them all down together so they're all the same size, but realistically pens don't lay perfectly distanced at the same angle from each other on the desk. So I'm just going to carefully position them a little bit differently so it looks a bit more natural on the corner here, but I still try to be careful to keep them all the same size relative to each other. So got a little bit of blank space here that I want to fill in with something. There's this nice little flag here. Let's see how it looks in the corner. It says the best time for new beginnings is now. All right, so we've got a daily spread for today using this spring kit. So now we're gonna jump right into making a weekly spread on the green background. I like the way this green looks. Let's just grab something. The green actually matches quite nicely with this kit. I'm just put some stuff on top. You can see this is what I do when I'm trying to match things. I'll grab stickers and paste them onto other sticker books and see how they look together. So you can see this green, the dark green in the kit looks pretty good with the green jewel tone background in the Kiss planner. So I'm gonna go with that. For this one, I want to play with those little, they're so hard to see. So on the first page, there's these tiny little planners here. So I'm going to pull one of those in, kind of as our bottom layer, just for interest. Now we need something to be our workbook. A clipboard maybe, because we used the notepad last time. There's these cute clipboards. So I pulled this pattern over for the notebook, so maybe I'll do this one. I think that one has a nice contrast with the green. When I do my final positioning, I want this underneath, which is why we put it down first, but I want the elastic to show because I like that pink. So I'm just going to move that to that side and this to this side. So we're doing a weekly, so we need 7 boxes. We've got all sorts of sticky notes here. That could be kind of fun. About 12 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, only 6 solid. So I'm not going to be able to do it all solid. We could do weekend on one day, but these two are really close in color. So many things to choose from. This one and this one will be easy to write on. So I think I'm going to do these 4. I'm going to drop the darker colors and pick up the dots, the 2 blues and this one. So I'm going to grab all of these together. I've got more than I need, I think. I'm going to lose this red one. But I want to pull them all over together. I'm just going to go to a blank page and do my positioning over here. So what I want is 2 on the bottom, 2 in the middle. I'm not sure, but I need a upright kind of organization of these. And I need to kind of distribute the colors evenly. So I'm going to use the lasso tool. I moved all of the post-it notes together so that they're all still relatively the same size. And now I'm just going to try and distribute the colors and the solids and patterns so that they're not clumped into similar groups. And just make sure everything is sized about the right way. Kind of toying with doing Saturday and Sunday on one paper. I'm getting rid of this white one. I like how that looks. I don't usually group them together. Excuse me. But I think in this case, these ones look really good like this. I'm actually going to do a cut, and then I'm going to paste it over here. I'm just going to center it on the page. So we've got 6 post-it notes. Now let's go to our functionals, and we'll pick out some days of the week. So there's these ones that are in the bars, and then we already saw all of these. I'm thinking it's going to be busy to use the ones with the circles, so I'm just going to take the plain days of the week. Is there one that says weekend? There isn't. Okay, we'll make it work. So I'm going to resize them all together. And I'm going to use Wednesday because it's the longest. To determine my size, and then I'm going to position these. All right. So now we need the date. We've got the red flags and the green squares. So I think what we should do, because I think I'm just gonna grab one of these and see how, yeah, it blends right in. And the green one's gonna blend in with the green notepad. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna alternate with both, and that way, hang on. So if we go green, red, green, ugh, it's not gonna work. Okay. So we need to move these around. Oop. I stretched that. Undo is your friend. And since I'm moving these around anyway, I'm actually gonna tilt them just a bit, because honestly, if you stuck a bunch of post-it notes on a page, are they gonna stay perfectly lined up? Probably not. So just for fun, since I was messing around with them anyhow, I'm gonna tilt those two. And I'm just tilting the words to match, and I'm lining up the blue dotted line with the top of the post-it note to make sure that it matches the line. All right. So now, tomorrow is the 22nd. So I need 22nd to 28. I'm just gonna paste these down on the next blank page. So that they're still the same size. So I'm gonna go green. So I'm just pulling the ones that I need. (22, 23, 24, 25). Okay. And then I'm just gonna grab all these ones because we don't need them. Now, these red ones are a little smaller than the green ones. So I'm just gonna grab them and resize. Okay. Oops. Let's do them all. We'll do a cut. And then we'll just adjust as a group to get the size that we want. Okay. Now I'm going to pick my image tool, and I can just drag these stickers over to each post-it note. And I'm going to try to angle these ones that I changed the angle on without resizing it too much, which sometimes is a bit of a pain in the butt. I'm kind of thinking since 27 and 28 are both on the sticky. I should have made them the same. So now I just need to make sure that that these are the same size. So I'm lining up the left. Let me zoom in so you can see. I'm lining the left up. And you can see how much that sticks over. So when you resize, it resizes in evenly to the center. So what I reduce on this side is also going to reduce on that side. So this little bit that's overlapping, I want to shrink it until it's about half what it was. And then if I eyeball this gap and that gap, I kind of want like this bit here and this bit here to be the same. It doesn't have to be super perfect, just close enough. There we go. So we've got our weekly set up. I like to put what month it is on my weeklies. Thinking, oops. We do like a sideways. I think I like it down here best. Okay. Where's our washi? I'm going to put one of these washi underneath the word February. So I'm just trying to decide which color is going to work the best. I think this striped one might look nice. I don't know if it's going to be too dark though. Actually, the last thing I copied was the word February. So let's test it out. If I put February on top of, which one does it? Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay. So now I'm going to copy this. Now the hard part, we got to resize it to fit. Okay, so I'm just trying to make it kind of the same distance from all three sides, top, bottom, and the right side here. Now this word February, I need to do a cut, paste it back down, and then I can layer it on top. If I hadn't, it would have layered underneath the washi we just put down. I'm actually going to shift it up so it's centered under the word February. Yeah, I like that. What else could we put on here? So we've got all these super fun icons. So you guys are all gonna know my schedule because I think I do all my weeklies with you. So Tuesday is garbage day. And what have I got? So I want to use a green laundry. Do you see a laundry icon somewhere? Shopping, coffee, an airplane. Oh, I wish I could go travel somewhere. Here's a washing machine. So on Sunday, I wash my laundry. Actually, you know what? I want them all to be the same size, at least on the same day. So I'm gonna take the ones I want for Sunday and Saturday and resize them together. I also do my nails on Sundays. Do you see a nail polish bottle? I do not. Sometimes they have them. Oh my gosh, I think that's a tampon. That's so awesome. Yeah, I don't see one. Okay. So I'm going to resize these together. There we go. Now, I have no idea when my housekeeper's coming. We got totally off schedule. So I'm not going to put a housekeeper sticker down because I'm just going to end up having to move it. I can't guess when she's coming. I have to go into the office again tomorrow. I got a new computer for work this week, and oh my gosh, it's just taken up so much time getting it set up and my desk, and nothing works. It's been a nightmare. I don't think any of these are like go to the office inspiring. Normally I work from home, but that's all right. We can just write it in. Let's pick a cute little sticker to use. This will tie the greens together. Oh, that's not what I was trying to spell. Go into the office. I don't know what time yet. And so I'm going to turn off the images so that I can just select the font. All right, that's good enough. Okay, so now we can start decorating. That's the fun part. I'm gonna go find those pretty flowers again. Maybe we'll just put a few down the border here of these kind of more narrow ones. So I turn my images back on. This time I'm gonna try not to overlap. What else is narrow? So I've got that one and that one, that one. Let's try this one. Only I think I'm gonna reposition. There we go. Okay, so now we'll start decorating our desktop. I'm gonna grab this whole bit and resize, and I want to overlap this journal that we brought in at the beginning. There we go. Now there's these pretty candles. I'm not gonna grab the green one because the desktop's green and I want the contrast. So let's position these. Gotta make sure one covers up our little plant. Maybe we'll make them so they get smaller. Okay. I always think it's funny to be putting a stylus on this spread when I don't have any electronic device in it. But they're just so pretty. I want to be able to use them. So just like we did on the other spread, I'm just gonna kind of reposition one of these so that they're not at exactly the same angle, because I don't think, I mean, I guess if they were like if you had them exactly touching, they might be in real life, but I like to kind of make them look a little different. We could put a few paper clips on the desktop. Okay, so I do want to cover up that coffee cup. Oops. But I'm not sure there's really anything to cover it up with. So one thing that I will often do, I'm going to take a screenshot. Where are my buttons here? So I've screenshot this whole image, and I'm going to paste it, and I'm just going to crop this top corner here. And it's important to do the top corner, because if you do this at the bottom corner, it's sometimes a slightly different shade of the color. So now I have a little piece of green that I can resize and just cover up that coffee cup. And the link is still there. It still takes me to the last page, even though we've covered it up. So we're on week 4. So even though you cover up the links, they still work, and I've just made that one match the rest of the page. So I think we're done. I've used the Spring Bloom kit to do my weekly spread and my daily spread. They're both very different, still super cute. There you go. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar with A Goodwin Designs. If you aren't, you need to find her group on Facebook and sign up for her newsletter. She often gives away really great freebies in the newsletter, so make sure you're signed up for that. And she does a punch card challenge in her Facebook group. So it's kind of confusing. The first week you have to post 4 spreads, and then you get 1/4 of a kit. And then the second week you post 3 spreads plus a little freebie sticker that you got from the first quarter of the kit. Anyway, and then by the 4th week in the month, you're posting 1 spread. And at the end of the month, if you posted all 4 spreads, you will have gotten all 4 portions of the kit. And if you've gotten all 4 portions of the kit, she sends you the Good Notes sticker album of the kit as a whole, so you don't have to make your own Good Notes. So check that out in the Facebook group. Make sure you do your punch card challenge. You have to share in her group. I also share on Instagram because I share everything on Instagram. So these are my 2 spreads that I needed for this week. I'll be able to get my punch card completed for week 3 of February. So anyway, take a look at the A Goodwin's group. I will link this kit in the description. She does have a PR code. I think it's something like AGD team that gives you a discount on your purchase, but you'll find all that if you find her on the Facebook group, so make sure you do that. Check the description, like and subscribe, all that good housekeeping. Coming up on Thursday, I'm going to be doing playing around with the new templates that Pink Punch Studios released on Friday. They are really cool, and she's got them in her different palettes. There's a daily, a weekly, and a monthly template. So we're going to set some spreads up using those on Thursday. So hope to see you there, and I hope you all have a great weekend. Bye!